Hi, I'm Monica Guzik, and welcome to the NASA Engineering Design Challenge, Packing Up for the Moon. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to live on the moon or another planet? As we explore farther out into our solar system, humans will be away from Earth for longer periods of time. That means crews will need to learn how to grow safe, edible, and nutritious plants while living and working in space. But to do that, we must understand what plants need in order to grow. Here on Earth, we have sunlight, oxygen, soil, and water. However, on the moon or another planet, none of those may exist. So how do humans living on the moon, say for 3 months, grow plants if there's no sunlight, oxygen, soil, or water? Here's NASA engineer Dr. Quinn-Yao Nguyen to tell us more about this challenge and how you can help.
Hi, I'm Quinn-Yao Nguyen, and I'm an engineer. I'm so glad that you've agreed to join NASA in helping us solve a very challenging problem. For humans to have enough food during long-distance space missions, we'll need to grow plants while living and working in space. However, this environment is very different from what we're used to here on Earth. That means we need to have a system that we can pack up and take to the moon or wherever we're traveling to and grow the food we need. NASA's been using its vegetable production system, known as VEGGIE, to study how edible plants such as lettuce, radishes, and basil grow in a microgravity environment on the International Space Station. Unlike Earth, this environment has very little gravity, and scientists want to understand how it might affect plant growth. Scientists think this system will eventually help us grow safe, fresh produce that can be used as a food source for crews while they explore beyond low Earth orbit. But as we travel to different destinations in our solar system, we may need different kinds of designs depending on the environment. That's where you come in. Your team's challenge: design and build your own plant growth system. As you work through the engineering design process, you will face obstacles. Your design may not work the way you expect, but don't get discouraged. It's a part of the process. And most importantly, you'll be building the skills and knowledge to help solve challenging problems in space and on Earth.
Thank you, Quinn-Yao. Now here's your assignment. NASA engineers have developed a plan for a lunar outpost. The station will be located near the lunar South Pole and will be occupied by 2 astronauts on a 3-month mission. Room on the lunar lander will be extremely limited. Therefore, all items must be designed to take up minimal space. Each of your teams must design and build your own plant growth chamber. Your model must not exceed a mass of 50 grams and a stowed volume of 1,000 cubic centimeters when on the rocket. Can be any shape when deployed. However, the volume of the deployed plant growth chamber cannot exceed 1 million cubic centimeters. May or may not be connected to the lunar habitat when deployed. However, it must provide a way for astronauts to have access to the chamber. And must use a system of expansion from its stowed shipment package on the rocket to its final deployed structure on the moon. Now it's your turn. Be creative. Who knows, it may be one of your designs that gets packed up for the moon and used to grow fresh plants that feed our astronauts on long-distance space missions. I can't wait to see the designs your teams create. Good luck.